Let's talk about this fucking main event. 2 out of 3 falls match. Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. You have FTR, who look freaking awesome with 3 titles, and the Briscoes. Mainstays just signed a long-term deal with Ring of Honor. Not AEW, Ring of Honor.
Right. So that means that there is some sort of separation, I think, that's going to occur at some point.
Here's the thing. I think just like certain channels on Discovery, going back to Discovery, they're all owned by Discovery, like TLC and stuff, but I think within that, they have their own global, they have their own executive hierarchy.
Right.
And I think that's what Ring of Honor does. It's like Tony Khan bought the property to have it continue to exist and be a farm system. But
let's talk about this match, because this was fantastic. Oh, by the way, 2 thumbs up.
Oh, 100 million%. This is possibly his match of the year contender again. So 2 FTR Briscoe matches are going to be match of the year candidates.
I wouldn't be surprised if Daddy Dave gave it a 5-star. I would not be surprised in the very least.
So the first fall was very paced well. Now there was a scary spot where Dax Harwood had to roll out of the ring, and they had to check him.
Right.
Now, what was going on with the tape on the arm was that he was wrestling with a partially torn labrum.
Right.
So
they have to keep that. They have to be very protective of that so it doesn't get worse.
Right. And they did that really, really well. So the first part of this match, because this was a 45-minute match.
It was.
They
2 out of 3 falls, man.
Yeah, they did it very slow, very methodical. The great feeling out
process. Because that is FTR's style.
Yeah. But also I think it's really good because that's how you have a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Right.
You can't just go phonetic for 45 fucking minutes.
Right.
Hell, even Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada never did that.
Right.
So it was a doomsday device for the Briscoes to pick up the first fall, but then we get to the second fall, then we start getting a little more aggression overall. We have a little more outside action and starting to really pick up that pacing where the Briscoes have the one-up and they want to continue to get pinfalls, but FTR, being maybe a little more desperate, are looking to continue to push the pace to get them the next ball.
Right, exactly.
Because they would lose the tag team titles at that point. And so that continued to happen.
Again, they told a good story in the ring.
Yep, and each part felt like its own match as well. And I think that was really, really important for the construction of the match.
Yep.
The pacing had to be there. But, at the end of the day, we knew it was going to happen. If they do 2 out of 3 falls, they're going to go to that third fall.
Right, of course.
And it was the Big Rig, a wonderful counter to Big Rig for FTR to pick up the next one. But then the third act of this, because it's a play, 1 act, 2 act, third act. That third act was where we got crazy.
Yeah.
Like hitting hard, bleeding.
Yeah.
You felt that desperation from both guys.
Right, like there were table spots and stuff in that third part. Like it just felt like this match just kind of evolved into something different.
Right. You felt that.
Right.
You felt that desperation.
Yep.
You felt that this is it. This is the last fall. They have one up on us.
Yep.
We gotta get this next decision to win these titles. And the thing is that kind of wrestling and that kind of stipulation makes these titles feel more important because this is about winning the titles.
Yeah.
And this is why Ring of Honor is just that weird little sleeper promotion where they have great wrestling. They were just mismanaged. And I think this really showcased on how the prestige of Ring of Honor and the pace of Ring of Honor is really going to be there. And I'm hoping they get that TV deal. You're right. That crazy backdrop through a table, the scariest shit I've ever seen. And, oh, God, stuffed the first pile driver on Jay Briscoe, kick out. I'm like, oh, my God, they're really going to do this. Second rope, stuffed to hell pile driver. That decided the match. I do not know how they convinced Jay Briscoe to do something like that. A pile driver within of itself is scary, but at least you have a little more control. But a second rope, I mean, that he could have broken his neck.
Yeah. But that was a lot. That's just you got to trust your.
That's a lot.
You got to trust the person who is putting the pile driver on you to make sure that you are protected.
Absolutely, and FTR are going to do that in
because I don't think there are any instances where FTR injured somebody.
No,
whether it's intentional or not, they are
very technically sound good tag team.
They are,
and I think some bumps and bruises, but that's wrestling for you. But nobody seriously injured.
Right.
100%. 2 thumbs up. FTR can retain the championships. What a great ending.
Yeah, it was a
show.
great ending to the show.
And honestly, there was not really anything that I would have done to make this majestic again.
No.
I thought everything.
I think that we pretty much said that there's nothing that we could have done to make this any better.
Now I will say one thing that probably would have even made this better, just in general, if the Briscoes beat FTR at some point in time. And this was the rubber match for all the glory. Because FTR beat the Briscoes to win the championships. I don't think the Briscoes ever beat FTR because they went right to Impact until they signed this long-term deal. And then they came back with this 2 out of 3 falls.
So who knows? Who knows?
I think that would have been better contextually, but within the scope of the rivalry, not really.
Right.
So there you go.
All right, well, that's pretty much all I've got.
Yep.
What are we discussing next week?
So next week, we have a double whammy. We have Ric Flair's last match on Sunday, and we have SummerSlam on Saturday.
Yep.
So we have a double whammy there for you. So if you did enjoy this video or this podcast, remember to give it a like. Comment down below on what your favorite matches of Ring of Honor. Let us know if you want us to continue to do little highlights in the actual show itself. I did this a while ago, and I wanted to bring it back. And if you want them to continue, become a patron. We are rewriting the script right now, and we are going to have some new perks that are really going to make this great. Or majestic even. So become a patron, get some cool perks, subscribe, share with your friends, and as always, be
majestic.